evening, everyone, and welcome to Redbird Replay. This is Scott Kerker along with John Rebholz. We're in Pekin tonight to take on the Pekin Dragons. Metamora comes into tonight's action with a 4-1 record. Pekin comes in at 2-3. John, this is going to be somewhat of an interesting game for Metamora, just for the fact that we don't know what Pekin team's going to show up tonight, do we?
No, they played well week one. They go out and get a big win against Richwoods. They played very well against Rock Island by all accounts, and then kind of muddled their way along, and then came back last week and played a strong game against Washington, which a lot of people think Pekin should have pulled out.
Washington had to use a few trick plays to pull that victory out, and so by all accounts, Pekin should be a pretty formidable opponent, but they struggled against Limestone. It is somewhat of a mystery. But Metamora comes in tonight, and they've just got to take care of business and play their game. And as long as they do that, I think they'll be fine. And in a little bit, we'll hear from Metamora's coach Nick Dolinsky, and he'll talk about those very things. But the one thing I guess you could say is Pekin comes in tonight with just a gigantic offensive line.
They do. It's a huge school. They've got quite the well to go to pull athletes out of, and they have the athletes. Coach Ryan said in the paper they won't be intimidated by our size when they hit the field, and they certainly won't. Looking at them in warm-ups here.
No. Yeah, and I agree. This is I compare it somewhat to the South Elgin game a little bit. Just for the fact that we're playing a big school that's going to be big up front. I don't believe they'll be as physical, but I'm sure they'll be pretty athletic, and they'll be much improved from what we've seen in the past from Pekin. And
this is a Pekin team that they haven't been in the playoffs in a few years. They're on the cusp right now. They know that there's an opportunity there, and their backs are kind of against the wall, so they've got nothing to lose here.
We'll take a break now, and when we come back, we'll talk to Metamora assistant coach Nick Dolinsky. Well, here we are once again with Metamora assistant coach Nick Dolinsky. Coach, thanks for joining us once again. Pekin comes in tonight. They're a little bit of a mystery team, aren't they? A little bit. They played great against Richwoods, played pretty well against Rock Island, and then they've kind of stumbled a little bit. They've kind of played up to their opponents, haven't they?
Well, they're the first thing when you notice about them, you get their roster, you look at the size. They got a lot of size. I mean, they got some big kids, so. You could see where they were able to, compete with teams, and they're a little bit of an enigma. Well, they play really well at times, and then there's times where they have, if you want to say play down to their opposition. But I still think they're trying to find an identity of what they want to do, with offensively and defensively. But defensively, they've hung their hat pretty well the last couple of weeks of coming out and playing physical football and being hard-nosed kids and getting after people. So. I don't think that's going to change, and I'm sure they're going to come with a lot of confidence after a 14-7 loss last week to Washington.
Are they going to come in tonight? They're going to run the ball a lot. I know, in years past, Pekin used to throw the ball all over the field, but they've kind of changed their ways a little bit, haven't they? They're going to probably try to run the ball a little bit more.
Well, we thought so until we got the stats today in the paper, and we saw that their quarterback's actually thrown more than anybody in the conference, which surprised us even from watching film. So. I think a lot of that was in the Richwoods game. I think they threw it a ton in that game, and we didn't get to see that film, but they put up a lot of points there. But their quarterback is capable of running. They've got tailback number 6 who's capable of running the football as well, and he's put up some good stats and good numbers. So I think they're trying to stay balanced as much as they can, but they're going to go to whatever they have to feel they have an advantage during the game to give them their best chance to win.
Defensively. What kind of defense are you expecting to see from them?
We've seen basically a 5-2, your typical old school high school football with 2-5 techniques, and 2 heavy guys in there, and a nose that's relatively a little lighter in sense of what their tackles are, and 2 defensive ends that are box defensive ends, so they're trying to keep everything inside, and they will slam those guys down in there some. So it's similar to what we saw last week there, and then if we get into the open sets, they're good if it's a 4-man front, and but for the most part, they play with 2 safeties over the top, and they play downhill fast, and their linebackers fill, and they've got a good group of kids that are playing well for them. And the sophomore kid, at one of the linebackers, number 23, he got better each film we saw. So, that's a guy we have to watch out for.
Metamora, on the other hand, now we come into tonight, we've been playing awfully well offensively, and I look for that to continue tonight.
Well, we hope so. We at a wrinkle here, a wrinkle there each week, but yeah, I think our kids are gaining a lot of confidence. All three quarterbacks and the O-line is finally, is all coming together, and the tight ends and wings. So we're pretty excited about where our offense is at this point, and they just keep getting after it, and they always want to get better. So that's a good sign at practice. We haven't had any bad practices lately, so we're really happy about where we're at there. But we're always striving for more, and we'll make sure we look to improve again tonight.
Now, are we going to see all three quarterbacks again tonight, Dixon, Hoover, and Burke?
We'll start off with Burke, and then we'll rotate Hoove, and then we'll see where we are as the game rolls on. And Andrews, right now, he's the third guy, but we feel really good about him as being our third guy. So, Brian's going to get started, and Ross is going to rotate, and then we'll see how the game rolls and what dictates on where we should be and, who gives us the best option at that time.
Now, defensively coming tonight, you're probably going to be as deep as you've been all year. You bring back Blake Mason. I noticed Kyle Reeder's still in street clothes. What's the prognosis on him?
Kyle is probably about a week away still with the shoulder injury. He felt pretty good this week. The doctor says it's not as nice as they would want it. He's pretty eager to get after it. So he'll be reevaluated again on Monday, and we'll see where we're at going into the week then. But outside of that, we've pretty much got everybody back that's been in or out for us. We still got some guys that are out from early preseason injuries. J.R. Dixon's still out. And then Lewandowski got a concussion last week, so he'll be out this week for sure. And then Dr. Miles evaluated him today, and then he's going to get reevaluated again early next week. So, we'll just keep, trying to get those people as healthy as possible. And we get a couple guys. Kyle Mall is a junior lineman that tore his ACL or MCL over the summer, and he's going to be cleared to practice this week. So, it's good to get some kids back that have been gone early in the year, and they'll come back in and contribute on defense, special teams, and definitely during practice, during scout time.
Well, good luck tonight, and bring home a W, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Well, welcome back. Pekin comes onto the field. They're pretty fired up. This is Pekin's homecoming. This is going to be, this is going to be a big game. We got about 3 minutes before the kickoff. Metamora is see them coming in to the stadium. They're getting ready to take the field. Why don't we take this time and go down in the field and talk to sideline reporter Dave Zimmerman.
How's it going up there, guys?
Going pretty good. Dave, did you have a chance to talk to any of the Metamora trainers about any of the injuries?
Yeah, sounds like Reeder might be out one or two more weeks.
Okay. Well, Nick said something about that, but yeah, Andrew Christensen though has filled in awfully well for him.
Yes, he is. We're pretty lucky that he chose to come back for his senior year.
Metamora comes on and gets ready to come onto the field. The Metamora fans start to rise, and let's face it, guys, the Metamora offense since that very first game of the year has really started to click, and now they come onto the field.
Yeah, the last few weeks, Scott, if you're an opposing coach and you're getting film on Metamora, that's a scary task looking at that going, boy, with their firing on all cylinders, we've got our hands full here.
Yeah. And the thing about this Metamora team is we're just now starting to kind of hit our stride, and we're starting to get some players back. And to go with the players that have been playing, you're adding depth and you're adding competition in practice, and we're this is turning into a kind of a typical Metamora football team. We just seem to be getting a little bit better every week. Unfortunately, we don't have a program, so we don't know the names or the numbers of the Pekin players, but Metamora will be kicking off. Pekin's out onto the field. There's still a minute and 11 to go before the kickoff. This is going to be an exciting football game.
Kids seem to be ready to get after it, and what you mentioned about not only are we getting quality back on the field for game time, it increases the quality in practice.
Yes, and I think that's where Metamora has a big advantage over just about everybody else in the conference, is that we've got so much depth, so many numbers, that our practices are very, very competitive. You don't have to bring sophomores up, sacrifice the sophomore season. You can bring those kids, you can just play with your juniors and seniors, and there's plenty of competition. And your sophomores learn how to play Metamora football. So it's just an ongoing cycle.
Yeah.
Although it is nice to say number 12, Brendan Knocktrebe, is back in pads this week as well.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, his replacement, Cal Uricki, on the Southmore team, did a
did a
very,
great
very
job.
good job.
Oh, ball fell off. Also, Scott, the sophomores are going against the varsity a couple of times a week all season long into the playoffs. That's really a huge advantage that nobody else has.
Yeah, you're right. That's big. Nice crowd for the Metamora side. Of course, we kind of come to expect that.
Nice kick.
Down
Nice
to
kick.
the 2 or 3.
Number 33, Austin McVeigh, the kicker,
Chasing
runs him down, knocks him out at about the 25-yard line.
Well, that was somewhat, Coach Ryan talked about that last week as being one of the Achilles heels last week, and they were able to. So he takes the ball down to the Metamora 25-yard line.
Pekin offense immediately on the field, on the ball. Looks like they're going to try to spread it out.
They got some good size.
Boy, they look just gigantic out there, don't they?
Fortunately, it's not basketball.
Yes.
Jet motion.
Quarterback keeps up the middle, bounces it to the left side.
That's nothing we haven't saw before. We do that. That's what we do. So.
On the stop for the Redbirds, number 14, Adam Carr. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Pekin goes no huddle.
Got junior Jordan Cancino at one of the corners this week. Jared Rutherford was last week. Big gain.
Number 15.
Quarterback keeps up the middle again. That's a first down for Pekin inside the 10.
Take it.
Stopped on the play by number 23, Tyler Deathridge.
Deathridge got to step up a little bit sooner on that, John.
Yep, Deathridge back in at linebacker this week.
8-yard line, where it is. First down, Pekin. It'll be
Our linebackers, when they're spread like that, they're gonna have to have a good game.
Quarterback up the middle again.
Caleb Huss taking it up the middle.
He's inside the 5.
Taking the snap.
Scott, we heard a little bit about this Pekin offense coming into the game, that they do a lot of reading at the line of scrimmage. They'll see how the defense sets up, and then they'll make their call.
Second down and goal.
Down to about the 3-yard line.
We may see a little bit of a game within the game there as Coach Grebner mixes up the defense a little bit to try to keep them a little off balance.
Oh, boy. That's not anything we haven't saw, though. We should be able to adjust for this. We weren't expecting them.
So Pekin with the early score. They go up 6-zip with 10:08 remaining in the first quarter. Zim, it looked a little bit like the defense was on their heels there, like they were trying to read rather than attack.
Right. Yeah, we're going to have to attack it and not worry about the spread because they showed no signs of passing at the moment. So
And they snuck it in.
looked like he was going to miss it. It was
Yeah.
pretty wide.
10:08 in the first period. Dragons on the scoreboard first. The Dragons 7, the Redbirds 0.
That score really set up by that kickoff return.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Put-
can't give
put
up a
Pekin in-
65-yard run on the kickoff. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, put Pekin in position where they could open up the offense a little bit and take a chance.
Marching Dragons.
We know how to read this, though. We'll adjust and get this figured out.
For the Redbirds, number
Coach Elbert was working with the linebackers right when they came off because they're gonna have to have a big game to stop that with the spread, and he was talking Melendi and Deathridge.
So Dakota Durr, Adam Parr back deep to receive.
And we're ready for this. They might just turn around. Nope, looks like they're gonna kick it. They're always known for their rugby style onside kick. That's going to go out of bounds.
So Metamora will get the ball on the 35-yard line. Still pretty good field position. Not quite as good as what Pekin started out with, but we'll still take it as Metamora offense comes onto the field. I think Metamora is going to make them kick it again. They're going to move them back.
Yeah. That's good thinking there, Pat.
Okay. Number 31, Chad Roth there to make sure that ball went out of bounds.
Well, they know what we got back there with number 22 and number 14, so I wouldn't really want to, if I was coaching, I wouldn't be excited about kicking to them two either, so.
So we'll adjust that return team a little bit. Moving that second to last line up a little bit. Jake Smith slides up.
Trying to do the other side. That's it.
Pretty good
Jimmy
field
Beaver
position.
on the opposite side there.
Yep. Jimmy Beaver on that. That was a good catch. And
good hands.
Brings the ball up to the 45-yard line.
so that was a good call by the coaching staff there. Make them kick it over. Gain 10 yards.
So that we gained 10 yards on that.
Burke leads the team out.
Guy wins over 200 games. He knows a little bit.
Yeah.
Chance Turbush uncovered over here. Now the defensive back picks him up.
Now back in pistol. Oh.
Tell you, he had some room.
Yeah, that was going to be a huge play.
Tackler coming in off the backside. It's got to be a little bit quicker off that edge. Brings up a 2nd and 11.
Trey and left over.
Give to Novotnik up the middle.
Number 34, Charlie Novotnik.
So to bring up a 3rd and about 11 for Metamora.
Making the stop for the Dragons, number 64, Dakota Daniels.
Initially on this drive, we're not getting a lot of sustained push out of the offensive line here.
We got Parr in. Maybe we might be going to throw here, maybe. Oh, we're going to do jet.
Jet to Adam Park off the right side.
Ooh.
He's stacked up.
Number 14, Adam Parr.
We're gonna
So
punt.
Metamora
Bring
will
up
be
a
forced-
4th and 9.
Metamora will be forced to punt, pick up of about 3 yards, 2 yards on the play.
And number 7, he's a big boy. Defensive tackle for them. Got some more adjustments to do here when they come off the field now.
Dakota Durr on to punt.
Nice. Right to him.
Number 1, Brady
Okay.
Zavala, the punt return.
Tackle by Chase Scott.
Stop for the Redbirds, number 16,
He comes up limping a little bit.
Lundy.
Boy, on the punt there, Andrew Christensen, the long snapper, he fired one back there like he's throwing the baseball in the spring.
Yeah, kind of looked that way, didn't it? Shake that off, Chase.
Looks like Chase Scott was a little dinged, but it looks
Yeah.
like he's been able to walk it off.
There we go. There we go. That was a good fill by
Deathridge and
Whitey
McGowan
and,
there.
and McGowan, and Wendy came in there on the tackle. And we got quite a few on that. We just got a fill on that. We just can't give them a gap. 2nd and 7.
So the PA announcer mispronounced Ryan McGowan's last name.
And they
then
came down. I
corrected
told
it
him. I told him the right name. I know I did.
And then he came back with the correction, though.
with the Zimmerman pronunciation guide.
Oh, get on it, get on it.
So a little mix-up in the Pekin backfield leaves the ball laying at the 30-yard line. They got it covered up.
Lost a 5.
So to bring up a 3rd and about 11 for Pekin.
Let's see their first pass of the game, maybe.
Where the defensive line has to crank up the intensity.
Yep.
7:13 to go here in the first quarter. Pekin with an early lead, 7-0.
Pekin
Oh, he's
throwing,
wide open.
number 3 wide open up the right side. Adam Bowers in pursuit, knocks him out
Wow, he was wide open.
about the 20-yard line.
Missed assignment there.
Pajoli, the receiver, was also responsible for the big kick return early.
Coming out a little flat, guys.
10-yard pass play, completion, ball on the 21-yard line. Where it is, first down, Pekin.
First on the 21. Come on, guys.
Pekin stays in the spread. Fake jet to Pajoli,
Yeah,
quarterback keeps.
That's a good hit there. McVeigh, Deathridge. That was a real good tackle there. There was nothing there. He tried to pop it to the outside, and we were there.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Dragons.
Pekin looked like in the warm-ups that they had a field goal kicker.
Yes, they did.
And he was kicking from the 30, so.
That's one they've brought over from the soccer team.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the last couple of years, Coach Nutter's had open tryouts from the soccer team to have somebody come over and kick.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Nice job.
Is that Zach Melindy on the tackle?
Yep.
Yep, number 16, Melindy. Pekin
And-
trying to
and
find
Brandon
some little
White
space
also.
there on the outside of the hash.
Going to bring up a 3rd and about 9 for Pekin.
Typically is to Metamora's favor when people want to go side to side against this defense.
Nose guard Brandon White was in on that too. That was pretty good push down the side, down the line like that.
That brings up a 3rd and 9.
5:30.
Back to
Fade.
pass.
Oh man. He's got
Overthrown into the end zone.
He's got a good
Dave,
arm on
does
it.
this remind you a lot of the 2006 Metamora Pekin game where they
Yes.
came out in the first half and,
Yep.
and hung right with us?
Yep. Oh yeah, it's definitely, we got to fill them out, figure out what they're doing.
That'll bring up a 4th and 9, big down for the Metamora defense to hold them here.
Yeah, that 2006 game, Coach Patton came out. He had certain sets that he knew where he could get some seams, come out and throw the ball. And when Coach Gunther made the adjustments, that shut that down.
Big play here, D. Come on, guys.
Pekin passing again. Quarterback's under pressure.
Oh, first down. Gosh dang it.
Quarterback appeared to be wrapped up in the backfield,
Heading for a
slipped out of
loss.
it.
Heading for a
They're
loss.
saying he's out of bounds up at about the 15-yard line where Metamora will take
All
over on
right.
downs.
All right, that's a good job, defense. That was a big stop, guys. First down on the 20 and stop them. That's a good job.
First down, Metamora.
All right, let's see what Coach Otto did with his line when he came off.
There's a
So,
lot of uncertainty on that call.
boy, that sure was, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what, though, you know, Metamora brings out a whole new unit.
And they got some both-way players.
Yeah, they pretty much, those 11 stayed on the field.
And that
I think they rotated. The quarterback came off, and the sophomore linebacker came on.
Jake Smith at wideout. Sam Ryan in the ball game, junior.
Burke and Novotnik in the backfield.
Give to Charlie. There we go.
Number 34, Charlie Novotnik. On the stop for the Dragons, number 2, Clint Hyatt.
It's a pickup of about 1.
Gain of a yard on
When as soon as the ball is snapped, the entire Pekin defense, everybody's step is forward. They're all coming downhill, flowing to the ball. So counter should be there.
And we haven't done anything really tricky yet.
No, we're filling them out, get them figured out where they're going. Turbush on motion.
Burke off the right side for a short gain.
making the stop for the Dragons, number 5, Jake.
Brings up about a 3rd and 5.
It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Parr and Roth coming in the ball game. Parr's going in motion. We're going to fake jet. And we're going to throw.
Completed to Roth.
First down.
Nice play, nice throw, nice catch, nice run after the catch.
That's it. That's Roth's first catch of the season.
Charlie Novotnik
Actually, that,
making the stop for the Dragons, number 2, Clint Hyatt.
so that'll be Metamora's first down.
29-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Redbird.
Parr going in motion again. Burt keeps. Nice cut.
Number 9, Brian Burke.
Pickup of a couple yards.
On the stop
There's not
for
much
the Dragons,
there.
Number 62, Mario LaBenca.
Now, how can 70 get up limping after he tackled Burke?
Tyler Cartney.
He's got to be almost 300 pounds.
We had a little confusion on the personnel on that previous play.
Yeah.
Now Novotnik and Durr both back into the backfield.
Second down.
The give to Durr off the left side. Spin move, still driving.
That's it. That's it, Dakota.
That'll be very close to a Metamora first down. Dakota Durr going around the left side.
Mario LaBenca.
You know, they got some big boys up front, and
They're going to call it measurement, I think. Look pretty close, Scott, in there. John?
well, it's kind of hard to tell. I think we might be just a little bit short. I think we're probably about a half a football short.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
What are we, Zim? Half
a
a
few
About
inches.
a half football short.
Oh, you're going to be right one game.
Metamora offensive line comes up the line of scrimmage.
Ryan and Friday at tight ends. Austin McVeigh in at wing.
We really
Burke
have
and
been,
Durr in the backfield.
something
third
that's a little
very
bit
short.
odd. We really attack that left side of the
Yeah.
the line, don't we?
Yep.
Like to run behind the big senior.
First down.
And that'll be a pickup of about 7 yards. Brian Burke picks up the Metamora first down. Nice job by.
Cole Henderson.
You're right. They like to run behind Mr. Murphy.
Ball the 45-yard line.
Also, when we're pulling our right side over to that side too, it's a combo on that. It's not just running to one side. As Dallas and Feldman are they're doing pretty good at their pulling. So
Like to stay behind Mr. Fredericks and Murphy, though.
Yep. Novotnik up the middle.
Number 34, Charlie Novotnik. Making the stop for the Dragons. Number 59, Aaron.
yeah, they are 11 in the box.
The yard, it'll be second and
Keep
for
packing it in and stepping up.
Dakota's coming in the ball game. McVeigh going out. A lot of confusion. McVeigh and Roth was kind of confused on that. Coach Pat.
Roth was already on. McVeigh was kind of caught in no man's land on whether or not he was supposed to be in the game.
And it looks like it was Roth that shouldn't have been in there.
Minute 2 to go here in the first quarter. Metamora trailing 7-0, but put together a pretty nice little drive here so far. We're up to the Pekin 47-yard line.
The opportunity, the Pekin Quarterback Club are selling raffle tickets, $5 a piece. For an
Grinding it out so far.
contains tickets to the Illini game.
We're looking at a 2nd and 8. Called a timeout there when we had a little confusion on the personnel on the field.
Go to the table at the concession stand.
So we come out onto the field with
$5 raffle
Novotnik
includes
and Burke in the backfield.
blanket and 4 t-shirts.
And it looks like we have Turbush to this side and I believe Jake Smith to the far side.
Not a formation you'll see often, Scott, where we have no wing backs in the backfield, 2 receivers split out,
On the stop for the Dragons,
and then we run dive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
We're going to have to throw here to move them out a little bit. That one pass, it was wide. It was pretty wide open because they got to backpedal because they're coming play after play. We'll have too many more plays and this quarter's over.
yeah, this is down to inside 30 seconds here in the first quarter.
Gonna do a double handoff maybe.
3rd and
Let's set
7.
up for it.
Turbush split
Big
out
time. It's-
wide right. Burke back to throw. He's got Ben Friday
Oh,
in
and
the
he dropped-
seam. It's dropped.
That was a nice pass too.
Ben Friday.
Cannot drop that.
Boy, one thing there, Zim, it seems when we split a receiver out there, it pulls number 3, Pajoli, outside the hash, and he looks to be one of their better athletes,
Yeah.
so getting him away from the mix isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Well, that would have been a big completion because we needed that. Friday's got to come down with that. So 4th and 7.
They're on to punt again. Another really nice snap by Christensen.
Nice punt. Very nice punt. Jake missed. Our special teams is really hurting us tonight. We got to come down and drop our hips.
Well, we probably should be punting away from the they only have one guy back there.
That was a good punt. We got to come down and drop our hips and make the tackle. We know how to do that.
So that was a 32-yard punt return.
So 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. We got one more play.
Jet off the left side with Pajoli. Big hit on the
Big hit.
play. 23,
Dakota
Tyler
Durr.
22, Tyler Dakota Durr. Oh, that.
Maybe that'll get the defense
And I
jacked
think
up.
that
It's a good way to end the first quarter.
was that maybe the hit so far of the
Yeah.
wow. While we take this time again for a commercial break, we'll be back with the second quarter. the second quarter. Metamora trailing 7-0. That was an awfully big hit there, guys.
Yeah, that was a real good hit.
Yeah, it looked like the ball carrier had the corner and had some room, and Dakota Durr shut it down in a hurry. So when we resume here in the second quarter, it will be 2nd 10, Pekin Dragons.
The quarterback club would like to thank Dr. Dickey and Total Dental Care for sponsoring the team meal for last week's Washington game.
The huddle that Pekin is in right now on the sideline with Coach Nutter is about the closest thing to a huddle we've seen them in. They kind of gather just a couple yards off the ball otherwise and go and spread it out. So far, they've played a very up-tempo game.
I think number 3 is still feeling some of the effects of that big hit by Dakota Durr.
I hope so. He's a pretty good player. They'll keep pounding him.
Starting the second quarter, it'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 here.
42.
Blake Mason's in the ball game for the first time.
Number 15, Caleb Huss on the carry, being stopped by number 33.
McVeigh, another tackle. He's playing real good off the end here.
It's a gain of about 5.
Chase Scott's coming out, and
Tyler
Deathridge is coming
Deathridge
in.
checks back in.
Bring a 3rd and about 4 yards for Pekin.
Taking that jet, and he's just keeping
Quarterback keep. He'll be short of the first down, but just
not
across
much.
midfield.
Doesn't look like by much.
On the stop, number 44.
They're going. They're going to go for it.
Pekin offense right back on the ball. 4th and 1.
Come on, defense, let's go. Oh, he's trying to draw us off, or he's just going to.
Quarterback
He
keep
got
up
it.
the middle.
Gosh, dang it. And
That'll be good for a first down.
coming right behind center. I mean, that's a. They bust that center up.
So they cross into Metamora territory.
Just outside the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 Dragons.
.10:31 and counting. Need to get a good stop here and get the ball back.
So 1st and 10. Metamora defense adjusts, then Pekin calls their play. They run jet with Kafad off the right side.
There's going to be a clip.
Fast
There's gotta be
kid.
Right there will be a clip.
Boy, Dakota just knocked the crap out of him there.
But there's a clip. They'll bring that play back. That's going to be at about the 48-yard line.
It's got to be on them there. That was Jared Rutherford in the ball game. He got clipped.
Metamora had that defense pretty well, and the push in the back that's what got him those yards.
Yeah, there were a lot of white jerseys flowing to the ball. All of a sudden, there was a seam there.
Now Jared was playing it just how you're supposed to play it. He made him cut it back in, and then hit him in the back. So, but did you see the hit Dakota put on that kid?
Knocked him onto the track.
Knocked him on the lane 5 of the track.
So that'll make it a 1st and about 23 yards. 23 yards.
Yep.
First down, Dragons.
He's rolling out. He's rolling out. Let's get to him.
Pass attempt incomplete.
We have a late flag after the
That's
incomplete
got to be
pass.
holding.
Second down and 23 for the Dragons. And
Do you go ahead and take it?
I don't think he will. I think
They may have linemen downfield, yes. I believe that's a 15. Is that a 10-yarder or a 15-yarder?
I think it's 10 yards.
Do you take it, Dave, or do you decline it?
Well, that'd make it 3rd and 23, I think.
That'd be making first and about 33 yards. Oh, actually, it's a 5.
It's 5 yards
5
for
yarder.
man downfield.
So on that play, Scott, Pekin ran a fake jet motion this way, and then they're throwing the ball. The original back that they fake motion to, he just wheeled up this side, and he was unaccounted for. So right now they're just flooding receivers into the pass routes and just seeing who gets picked up. First and 28. Dive, he's stacked up.
Stuffed him by McGowan and Mason and McVeigh again. McGowan just blasted in there. Hey, you're starting to, Scott, I'm starting to see hands on the hips.
From the Pekin players?
The big lineman there. I mean, this will be we get a big stop and get the ball back because be a good time to get the ball back here. You have to get some stuff to get to the outside here with them. Here comes Mason. Got picked up good there. And he dropped it.
Incomplete. Zach Melendi in cover.
That stops the clock. 8:56.
Well, we brought a backer there in Mason, and Mason just ran over that running back that stayed in to try and help block.
But it made the quarterback throw it a little bit sooner than I think he wanted to because he kind of had a step on Melendi. There's a big play right here. 3rd and 28. Let's go, Big D. Let's go. He's rolling out. Here comes. There's no.
That is.
Oh, are you kidding me?
14, Adam Parr in coverage there. He's just running with the receiver. The ball was overthrown. They both stopped and looked at it, and then a late flag comes out.
That is terrible. Are you kidding me? That's a 10-yard penalty. Is that an automatic first down, though? That's a 10-yard penalty, I believe. Or is it 15 now? That's an automatic first down, huh? Wow, that's a terrible call. How can both players turn and stare and get called for pass interference?
Well, it was creative. So that moves Pekin back into Metamora territory at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10.
Oh, they could.
Blake Mason hit him first.
Blake Mason, McGowan, and Dakota, and Brandon White, and Deathridge.
Number 23, Tyler Deathridge, and number 44, Blake Mason.
We're going to have to cause a turnover here or something.
2nd and 12.
That was a great play, though, by the defense. That was a swarming. He's open. That's it. Oh!
Zach Melendi.
That's what we needed right there, and he dropped it. That's when the seniors got to step up and make a play. And we were waiting for it. You got to hold on to that. 3rd down and 12.
Pekin's gone away from the play action, just gone to the straight drop.
Big play here, guys. 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12.
Setting up a screen underneath.
Oh, could that have been defensed any better?
Yeah, McGowan just stayed at home. Boy, that was great. Great play. Love it.
Sniffed out very well by that
13.
defensive line.
Dave, could that have been defensed any better?
No, he stayed right at home like he was supposed to. Just like we work on it. Looks like they're going to go for it, though. I'd punt it and kick it, put us deep. Oh, maybe we are going to punt it. It's out of bounds.
Well, that'll put the ball at about the 25-yard line.
22. All right, now we need to get a drive here and go down and score here.
Well, I think the defense is starting to get into the rhythm of the game. Pekin really didn't do a whole lot on that possession. They got some help with a questionable call on the
pass
interference. But all in all, I think very good job by the Metamora defense.
Ross Hoover's coming in the ball game first time now.
Hoover and Novotnik in the backfield. Chad Roth at wing. To give us a Novotnik off the left side.
There we go. There we
go. For about 12 or 13 yards, first down.
And what you're seeing there is a little bit of the battle of attrition up front. Their line is going both ways. We got a whole new fresh offensive lineman in there.
Now a little bit of turnabout where we'll go with the no huddle. See how well they adapt to the up-tempo game.
Oh my gosh.
Novotnik
Look at that
again
hole.
on the
Look at
left
that
side.
hole. There we go. There we go.
A lot of bounce in the step in that offense right now.
Boy, oh boy.
Ready to just keep pounding it.
Murphy and Jack had some really good blocks on that, along with Friday. See, so look at their hands on their hips. We got Coda in the ball game now. I go to the left again. Kerker. Oh wow. Charlie was supposed to pick that.
So that would be a loss of 2 yards. Well, yeah, about 2 yards.
A little less than his average from last week.
But as you can see, they're keying on Durr, and that's leaving up and making some nice holes for Charlie Novotnik now.
It'll be second down and 12. Metamora.
Jake Smith split left.
Awesome.
Hoover keeps.
Number 70, Tyler Parksey.
That's the biggest lineman. That's the size of the lineman for Elgin. He's a big kid.
Brings up a 3rd and 14.
You know, I think this would be a real good time for that double handoff. They're flying around so, you know, they're getting upfield. They're just selling out right away.
33, Austin McVeigh's checked in.
Well, I don't think they're running it.
Roth, cowboy motion to the right. Hoover follows Roth.
We got a punt again.
Short loss.
Wow, I thought we had something going there.
Dropped at about the 50. 4th down, the punt team is back on the field.
It'll be 4th down and 15. Back to punt for the Redbirds, number 22.
Well, they came to play.
Back to eat for the Dragons.
They definitely came to play. I don't know if we're overlooking them or somebody's not in. They're missing a player here.
Timeout, Redbird.
Somebody missing on the offensive line there, Zim.
Yep.
Once again, welcome back, class of 1991.
So 5:04,
Once again,
and we got a timeout. And we got some major adjustments to do in the second half here. We definitely want to stop them here before the half.
Do you see a fake punt coming, Zim?
I haven't seen that for years, so I don't know.
First adjustment to make is number 1, Brady Kafad for Pekin. Really chewed up a lot of ground in a hurry on that last return.
Yeah.
Probably punt away from him, wouldn't you say?
That's possible. Chase Scott is hurt. Not sure what it is. I will try to find out for you guys.
Durr gets off another good one. Jake Smith right there on the ball. He'll down it inside the 15.
This one we didn't want something to happen. Somebody got hurt, so we're gonna.
It's a good job in punt coverage by number 7, Jake Smith. Ball's marked at the 13-yard line. 4:56 remaining, second quarter. Mason, Deathridge, and Melindy, the linebackers.
They're getting ice on, he's got the collarbone.
Pickup of about 3 yards on that play. What kind of an injury was it, Zim?
It's a collarbone.
Serious or?
No, he doesn't know yet. He's going to get some ice on it. He doesn't think it's broke. But it does hurt. He's in pretty serious pain.
Same play from Pekin. Quarterback tries to cut back, nothing there.
Tyler Deathridge once again.
He's having a great game. He wasn't in as much last week on that nickel package, so he's wanting to prove a point here that he's doing a good job. Which he was doing a good job before. They just got into different coverage, so he wasn't. He's feeling it today.
Deathridge, McVeigh, and White on the stop there. 3rd and 9. Straight drop. Bowers in coverage to Kafad.
First down.
That'll be first down Pekin out to about the 37. 3:42 remaining.
We put pressure on him again. Blake Mason was coming.
Pajoli in motion. He's got Kafad coming across the middle. That's another first down into Metamora territory, down to the 45-yard line.
18-yard pass completion. Puts the ball on the Metamora 45-yard line, where it is. First down, Pekin.
I smell a turnover coming, though.
Would be a good opportune time for that. That'd be for sure.
Blake Mason right up the middle, untouched.
He filled pretty well, didn't he?
He filled, he hit, he wrapped. 2nd and 12.
Loss of a couple yards on the play and be 2nd and 12 for the Dragons.
Yeah, Chase is in pretty good pain here. So he'll have to obviously have that looked at tomorrow. Rakey's rolling out.
Tyler Deathridge again is supplying the pressure.
That stops the clock. 3rd down and 12. Need a turnover big time. That was big when Melindy dropped that interception. That could have turned the game completely around right there. That's how important that is when something like that happens. It hasn't happened yet. Got to squeeze that ball and take it off. That would have brought the team up big time. They need something to spark them here.
2 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in the first half. Pekin still leading 7-0.
Entire Pekin offense looking for the signal from the coordinator. And they're on the ball. Pekin timeout.
At this time, we'd like to invite the homecoming court parents. Please meet at the south end of the field and the court. Homecoming court and their parents. Please meet at the
Well, we'll get the ball to start the second half.
And I think that'll be big. I think we'll be able to make some adjustments. We're starting to move. You know, the last time we just kind of got out of what we were doing well in that drive, which was, you know, just straight handoffs to the left side. And I think we'll get back to that and makes, you know, we've already started making some adjustments.
And you can see now why Pekin has been in the game week by week with some good teams. They shorten the game. They don't shoot themselves in the foot a lot. Playing pretty sound football.
Yeah. Yeah, I really thought we had them there on that last drive, and then we had the tackle for the loss, and then we just couldn't regroup. And we marched the ball. We had 30 yards. This is a big play right here, guys.
Big 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, a sack would be good right here.
To give us to Kafad, he looked like he was going to pull up and throw the ball.
Boy, did he get hit hard.
He's
there.
knocked out after a short gain. We'll bring up a 4th and about 8.
I think they're probably punt. They're not going to take the chance.
It doesn't look like it.
ball on the 43-yard line, 4th down and 8 for the Dragons.
Well, that's a dangerous proposition. The kid's a really good athlete. When he comes rolling off that edge, and you don't know if he's going to keep it or still pull up and throw.
Oh.
Punt will go into the end zone. It'll be Metamora ball. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 1:54 remaining second quarter.
So what do you do here, guys? Do you just try to run out the clock, or do you try to nickel dime it down the field?
I think you try to take your shot first, see if you can move it out to about the 50-yard line and see what kind of time you have on the clock. And if you got time from there, then go for it.
Brian Burke comes back out at quarterback.
We got 2 timeouts.
Actually, we just have 1.
Oh, we down to 1 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I was looking on the wrong side. My bad.
So Novotnik off the left side again.
Pickup of about 1.
We're going to have to throw the ball.
So often when you're running out of that shotgun formation, it looks like you've got more yards because you
have to get
the handoff so deep.
Right.
Clock's running down now under 1:30. 2nd and 9. Novotnik again. He's got the first down.
And
He's
he gets
out of bounds.
He gets out of bounds.
Making the stop for the Dragons, number 88, Lightner. They move the ball down to the 35-yard line.
Jake Smith blocking outside for Novotnik.
Nice block by Jake.
We haven't seen Dakota Durr on offense.
Not much.
A little bit out of the pistol with Novotnik blocking, and there wasn't a lot there. So Burke keeps.
Ball carrier number 9, Ryan Burke.
Wrapped up in part up around the helmet.
We have a lot of time left.
No flag on the play.
They should have,
Gain of
because
about
they
4.
pulled him down by his face mask, but that should have been a penalty. But
So 2nd and 6, under 1 minute to go.
2nd down and 6.
Fake jet with Parr. Burke keeps off the left side. He's taken out of bounds.
Why is the clock running? The clock's running.
The clock is still running. They ran off about 6 seconds.
I'm not real sure what that play was actually about, actually.
Loss on the play brings up 3rd down and 7.
And we give them the ball back here.
Yeah, that one's them. Looked like we had load to the right.
Yeah.
And
he went the other way, and it was stacked to this side.
Yeah, we didn't really have the bodies over here for Burke.
And we're not in double handoff mode here.
Dakota Durr in at wing back. Parr split out. Fake to Novotnik. Burke steps up. He's hit as he throws.
Boy.
It's intercepted.
He had no.
It'll be Pekin ball in Metamora territory. 28 seconds remaining, 2nd quarter.
They got 2 timeouts left.
The ball's at the 39-yard line. Guys, Burke's first interception since the end of the Central Catholic game. Pass is complete. We do have a flag in the backfield.
There is a flag on the play. In addition to the last play, number 5, Jake Shrevler on the interception. Credit also has to go to number 62, Mario LaBanca, for a pass disruption on the quarterback.
We dodged a good
The
bullet
penalty
there.
is on Pekin here.
They had 2 penalties.
No, there's just the one.
No, they waved one off.
They
there.
waved something off down here.
False start against the Dragons, 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st down.
It's a 1st and 15.
On the red
21.6 remaining.
And the clock's running.
Mason coming off a stun off the right side.
Ball! Oh.
Timeout, Pekin.
So Pekin picks up the stunt. Quarterback scrambles.
Fumbles.
Gets close to a 1st down. The ball was loose. The clock was stopped.
I don't understand why the clock would have been stopped on that, but that isn't a dead ball when there's a fumble.
No.
We definitely got to hold them here. We do not
So
want
the
them to
timeout
score
was
for
taken
them.
by Pekin. Each team has 1 timeout remaining, 9.8 on the clock. We've got a 2nd and 1.
Let's go, D! 9.8 seconds left.
We need a turnover.
2nd down, Dragons.
So Pekin back on the ball, empty backfield. Everybody spread out. got a receiver open right down the seam. It's complete for the first down to the sophomore Henderson at the 15-yard line.
They may kick a field goal here.
4.3 remaining on the clock.
They're going to bring on their field goal kicker.
And he was kicking them from the 30, so this should be a chip shot.
Well, that'd be just about a 30-yard field goal. It'd be 29, so. Should be a 32-yard field goal, won't it? He was kicking him from the 30?
He was kicking from the 30.
From the 30.
He kicked it right on the 30-yard line, and it was going right down the middle.
Pekin field goal team on.
That's good.
The kick is up. Number 4, Reno Mason, a 32-yard.
So it's good from 32 out. Puts Pekin up 10-0 with 0.2 seconds remaining on the clock in the first half.
And the whole area has got to be in shock, because I would have never bet this one. Have to make some major adjustments here at halftime. And
now, Dave, offensively, what do you think we have to do to kind of get out of this little bit of a funk?
we're going to have to spread it out a little bit. We're going to have to complete a couple passes. Ben Friday drops that one. That was a huge play right there. He catches that. That's a 15-yard gain. That gives us first down. We've had some stuff where we hurt ourselves. Melindy dropping that interception. You know, these type of games, somebody's got to step up and make a play. You know, we're lucky Mason came back this week. Chase Scott's down with the shoulder. Second half, I think we're definitely going to have to get to the outside a little bit. As you know, they're stacking the box. You know, we spread with one or two guys, but they're big. But we'll get something worked out here.
Look for Pekin to kick one on the ground here. Something short, squib up the middle. Not allow a big return. To 45, Christensen. That'll finish out the half.
And that's the end of the first half. The Dragons leading the way with 10, the Redbirds 0.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. Metamora goes in at halftime down 10-0. A lot of football left to be played. We'll be back with the halftime stats and the second half.
And welcome back. Here we are with your first half stats, starting with the Pekin Dragons. Caleb Huss has had 14 carries for 49 yards. Tate Leitner has had 3 carries for 3 yards and 1 touchdown. Landon Lewis has had 1 carry for no yards. Anthony Pajoli has had 1 carry for 1 yard. And Brady Kaffouden has had 1 carry for 4 yards. They've had a total of 20 carries for 57 yards and 1 touchdown, with an average of 2.9 yards per carry. On passing, Huss is 5 for 10 for 97 yards. On receiving, Kaffouden has had 3 receptions for 33 yards. Pajoli has had 1 reception for 49 yards, and Henderson has had 1 reception for 15 yards. They've had 5 receptions for 97 yards. They've had a total of 154 yards of first half offense. They've had 2 rushing first downs, 4 passing, and 1 penalty for 7 first downs, and a total first half time of possession of 13 minutes and 32 seconds. Now for Metamora, Ross Hoover has had 2 carries for -2 yards. Dakota Durr has had 3 carries for 5 yards. Charlie Novotnik has had 8 carries for 54 yards. Brian Burke has had 5 carries for 15 yards. And Adam Parr has had 1 carry for 3 yards. They've had a total of 19 carries for 75 yards, for a total of 3.9 yards per carry. On passing, Brian Burke has had is 1 for 3 with 1 interception for 11 yards. On receiving, Chad Roth has had 1 reception for 11 yards. Metamora has a total of 86 yards of first half offense. They've had 4 rushing and 1 passing first down for a total of 5 first downs and a total first half time possession of 10 minutes and 28 seconds. Your first half score, Pekin 10, Metamora 0.
At MTCO digiMAX, we work hard to give our community the best value in internet, TV, and voice. But the big network conglomerates we have to pay for TV content don't share our community values. Every year, they demand higher and higher fees and force us to pay for channels few people watch. We hope you'll understand we're doing our best to keep our costs down and your rates low. Visit tvonmyside.com to learn more about these unfair charges.
Welcome back to Pekin, where Metamora trails at halftime, 10-0. Metamora will receive the second half kickoff. I think Metamora has to make just a few adjustments, John. I don't think this is a big, mystery. We just have to open it up a little bit, make a few minor adjustments, and we'll be just fine.
Yep, keep pounding the ball. Be a little more diverse in the offense. Get the wing backs involved in the offense. Get the tight ends involved a little bit. Been a little one-dimensional with a lot of straight handoffs. Haven't seen the counter there. Now Pekin defensively is bringing a lot of people, and they're bringing them hard up the middle. They've shot some gaps. Might have been some guesswork there, and they've guessed right. But we've got to pick that up. We'll see what Coach Otto has done with the offensive line to make those adjustments as well. Defensively, we're okay. The touchdown early on the first drive was set up by a big kickoff return down to about the 25-yard line. So they had the short field to work with. They punched that in, and the 3 was a little bit of a gift with the interception late in the second quarter that set that one up. And their kicker has a big leg. Certainly was within his range there. So 10-zip, we're not terrible shape. Positive. We know last week Pekin also led Washington at half and did not score again in the second half, and Washington was able to pull that one out. So a little bit of a design plan there that's already laid out. What to get after him. I am surprised though, Scott. I do not remember Pekin being this athletic last season. There was some off-season talk about, well, Pekin has the most offensive starters returning in the conference, and I didn't put a lot of weight into that, thinking, well, if they aren't that good of starters, then what does that stat matter? But they're tall, they're athletic.
They've got a little bit of speed, too.
They've got some speed. They turn the corner and they can go. So this is not the Pekin Dragons team I remember from 2010, that's for sure.
Let's go down to the sideline and talk to Dave Zimmerman. Dave, I think you had a chance to talk to Chase Scott a little bit.
Yeah, he's got a sprained AC. He'll be out next week for sure. Possibly might be back the second week. So it's a good thing it's not a broken bone or anything like that, but AC is pretty painful. But they seem pretty confident down here, and we're ready to rock here. That's not how we wanted to start.
Well, that's fine. I'll go into the end zone.
We wanted to start better on the 20. We had 2 of the fastest kids out there. Kicked it over their head. Okay, they're pretty fired up on the sideline here.
So Metamora will come out with Brian Burke. Looks like Dakota Durr and Charlie Novotnik in the backfield together.
Chad Roth at wing on the left side.
We just need to get get our blocks. Dakota getting it.
Durr off that left side, following Novotnik in.
Pick up of 2.
That's a pickup of 2 yards.
Number 64, Dakota Daniels. Gain of a yard. It'll be second down.
And that'll bring it out to about the 26-yard line, where it'll be a 3rd and 4.
Novotnik on the carry there.
Found a little crease in the Pekin defense.
Sam Ryan coming in the ball game. Burke's getting the play here.
Metamora offensive line right on the ball.
They've really focused on stopping Dakota Durr, so we've flanked that by not really playing much on offense.
Pass.
Picks to Novotnik. Burke rolls right. He's got Sam Ryan.
Nice, nice. Pitch and
Nice
catch.
job.
They got that waggle pattern that we talked about earlier.
Yep.
That's what we needed to see, getting the tight ends involved in the game here.
And Burke's been throwing to Sam Ryan since 5th grade, so that's a pretty safe pass to throw. Just a little 10-yard out.
It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Gives to Novotnik. Got a little bit off the right side.
They were waiting for him.
Pickup of about 1.5 yards on that play.
Number 5, Jake Trempler, and number 64, Dakota Daniels on the stop.
Sam Ryan comes off. Parr comes in.
Novotnik comes out, so we're going to go with kind of a unique
I haven't
setup
seen
here.
this too much.
Parr and Turbush both split to the right. Parr in motion. The give is to Parr. Jet to the left side.
Ooh.
Gain of about 3.
So to make it another 3rd and 5. You know, us going wide, that's just wearing down those front linemen for the down linemen for Pekin.
Yeah, but somebody's got to spring. We got 2 good backs. We just need a little hole. Oh, we moved. Gosh dang it. That wasn't what we needed on 3rd and short. 3rd and 5, now it's 3rd and 10. Changes our whole play here. We got to run a different play.
False start penalty against the Redbirds. We'll step off 5
A little anxious there.
It'll be 3rd down and 10.
I'd like to see him throw. You know, last week we threw to Dakota 2 times, and it was a pretty big play. And as tied up as they are, I don't think the guy can keep up with Dakota if he goes out.
The problem is he's got to get through all that maze of people that they've got clogging the middle.
Well, they're saying run to the outside. Look at this. I mean, it's.
So Ryan and Parr both back into the game. Novotnik goes in motion.
Oh. That is not how we want to start the second half. Tried to get the ball in the fastest guy's hand.
Well, we did come out and open it up a lot more on that possession.
We only got 20 yards, though. Nice snap. Nice kick.
Pretty good punt, That'll take the ball down to about the 24-yard line, where Pekin will have its first possession here in the second half.
Down there by number 7, Jake Smith. Doing a good job getting down there in coverage again. First and 10 Pekin, ball at the 24.
It's like Cancino and Parr in at corners. Everybody else is the same was in just before the half.
Number 15, Caleb Hunt up the middle. Making the stop, number 22, Dakota Durr.
Pick up a 9.
Gain of 6 yards on
7?
About 7 yards, yeah.
Second and 4.
Oh. Blake Mason on a fill there.
Number 31, Stephen Rice on the carry for the Dragons.
They don't like giving it to the fullback much, do they?
No, I think he'd be running some. Looks like Ross Hoover's going to be going in the next series. He's taking snaps.
They've had a few big fullbacks over the years, but they're usually pass blockers. Short yardage guys only.
First down.
Number 15, Caleb Huss, taking it up the middle.
I mean, they're going to be content with just trying to run the clock out. The way our offense is moving the ball. They're taking their time, running the clock out here. Good stop here. That's there. I mean, that should be a pick going the other way. That's telegraphed the whole way.
Now, how much of that drop there had to do with some of the big blows he had that first half?
Yeah, that probably has something to do with it.
So 2nd and 10.
Clock stops, 7:21. There we are. They're just running what we run. We should be able to take this.
Making the stop, number 22, Dakota Dewar. 30-yard gain on the play. Puts the ball on the 34-yard line where it is. First down, Pekin.
Been a long time since they were in a game with us.
Yes.
What, the 90s?
Probably the 80s.
80s maybe.
Huss keeps himself off the right side.
Number 15, Caleb Huss on the carry. Being led up by Metamora number 23, Tyler Deathridge.
Short gain of about 2. Tyler Deathridge on the stop.
2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Dragons.
Somebody's got to step up and make a play here. We need a turnover. It's going in motion again. Pass. Wow.
Pass put in a really nice spot. Parr was in coverage and just slipped in there. And then after the catch, Kafad did it all with the legs. Slipped a couple tackles, found the end zone. That brings us to 16-0, 6:08 in the third.
Number 4, Reno Mason in for the point after attempt.
Well, Ross Hoover's coming in this next series here. And that's good, 17 zip.
And it's good. With 6:08 left in the third period. Your Pekin Dragons 17. The Redbird 0.
This time we need a good kick return. We need to get a little deeper so can't go over our heads. Start off with a good drive.
Why are they having so much success stopping us on offense?
They've got 9 guys in the box, and we don't have enough guys to block it. That's why we're spreading it out a little bit.
Pekin quarterback club throwing out rally towels into the crowd. Go you quarterback club.
So what we need to do right now is get a good return here and settle down and worry about just getting a score.
Kicking off for the Dragons, number 4, Reno Mason. Back deep.
We've sent backers and we're not getting any pressure on him.
And number 33.
And that time he had people on him.
Lucas, correction, 23, Tyler Dethridge.
Yeah, when those backers have come, Zim, it looks like we get there and we just don't get it wrapped up. Quarterback spins out, makes a big play, uses the legs, keeps plays alive. They've run really strong tonight. They haven't gone down on first contact.
Yeah, they definitely came to play. Okay,
Well,
that's
going to
good.
give us great field position.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm not sure I understand that. That could give us some momentum.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense to me. Put it deep in our territory again, and wow. But I'll take that.
Good job by White getting that one covered up.
Yeah, the nose guard.
So Hoover on at quarterback.
Still a lot of football to be played here. There's plenty of time. We just have to.
That's why we got to establish a drive here.
Novotnik and Roth in the backfield. Roth shifts over. Hoover off that right side behind Roth.
Ball carrier number 9, Brian Hurst. At pressure, number 8, Ross Hoover. Making the stop, number 5, Jake Schrumpler.
Going to be just short of the first down.
Cross into Pekin territory down to the 41-yard line, 42-yard. This might be the deepest we've been.
What are we doing here?
They're going to measure.
Officials timeout for a measurement.
It's short by a few inches.
That's fine. That means we can maybe a little play action pass down the sideline.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely there.
Okay, so after the measurement here, they'll reset the chains. We've got second and very short. 5:55 remaining in the third. Ball on the 42-yard line. Novotnik with the first down. Down inside the 35.
That was one of the nicest plays I've seen all night.
Stop for the Dragons, number 59, Aaron Cope. Moves the ball down to the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
There's a low snap there. Hoover fielded it well, completed the handoff to Novotnik. He tried off the left side, another short gain.
Wide receivers, you got to work on their blocks. They've missed quite a few tonight.
That's a gain of about 2, 2nd and 8. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Turbush in motion. Hoover's looking for Turbush. He gets his feet tangled up with Kafad in the backfield. No call. Incomplete. 3rd and 8.
Halftime score. Dunlap, 8. Canton, 7.
What?
Coming up on the half. Washington, 7. Morton, 7.
Come on, guys. 3rd down and 8. We're in 4-down territory here. We got to get first down here. Let's go.
Hoover gives him to Novotnik. Novotnik keeps the legs churning. He picks up the first.
That was
Pretty good effort there. Boy, oh boy.
First down. We needed that, guys.
These Metamora jerseys aren't intended to be tearaways, but Novotnik's got torn away a little bit there.
Yep.
So that takes the ball down to the 23-yard line where Metamora will have it 1st and 10 with 4:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Metamora trailing 17-0. A little bit of a shocker.
Hoover keeps.
There was a nice run. That was a good run by Ross.
On the stop for the Dragons, number 64, Dakota Angel. Correction, number 74, Joel Taylor.
Gain of about 4 for Hoover there. Brings up a 2nd and 6. Hoover back to pass. He's got Ben Friday, complete down to about the 5-yard line.
That was just what the doctor ordered there.
Something to loosen those red jerseys up a little bit. So 1st and goal at the 5.
Nice throw
Austin
by
McVeigh checks in at wing.
Nice throw by Hoover.
We're in. Cowboy motion.
Hoover follows Novotnik into the line. We're down to about the 2.
Hurry up, guys. Come on, guys. Let's go, O-line.
McVeigh motions over. Hoover off the left side. It's going to be close.
They didn't give it to us.
Touchdown. That guy over there is signaling
He's
touchdown.
signaling touchdown. I'll tell you what. This may come back and haunt that coach onside kicking like that, man. You believe they put us right back in the game. We haven't had good field position the whole game.
Nice series there.
That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Ben Friday got hit right in the knee on that.
Christensen on to snap. Salmon with the hold.
Good.
Preston Van Meekum good. Brings us to 17-7, 3:05 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Now we need to pin them deep, or we need to get a good kickoff and not let them get a good return.
Right.
Well, Dave, I think that's a big momentum builder for Metamora right now, don't you?
Yeah, that was big. Yeah, Ross did a good job leading them down there. The line had some really good blocks on it. Charlie fighting to the outside, picked up that big first down. That was huge.
Yeah, it was nice to see the running backs not giving up on the runs. Keeping those legs driving, picking up the extra yardage. McVeigh kicking off. That one's going to roll out of bounds.
All right.
You know, I'll take that too.
We won't have no big run back to the other side, so we'll take that.
So they'll get the ball on the 35-yard line.
Let's go, guys.
Big series for the Metamora defense. Be a great time for a Pekin turnover.
Decline the penalty. The ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line. First and 10, Pekin.
Let's see how they respond now. Get this crowd going.
Pekin comes out, spread formation. Fake the jet handoff to Pajoli.
That's a nice tackle by Melendi, all by himself, solo.
Tell you what, they defensed that awfully, awfully well.
Number 16,
Actually, a short loss there.
Valenti.
Second down and 10. Second down and 11. There it is, that same play. Wow!
Huss looking for Kafad coming out of the backfield. Got a flag on the play on the far side.
They may get them for a motion. Illegal motion, yep.
Move them back.
Their wide receiver was moving on that side over there. You decline it. Decline it.
Made you a little nervous on the call because it didn't look like they were calling for a white captain there.
They're declining it. They're declining it.
That'll bring up a third and 11.
Come on, defense. That's what it's about right here. Come on. You get the crowd in it. Scott, run up down the bleachers up there. Get them fired up.
Pekin remains in the spread. Huss back to throw. He's under pressure by McGowan. Incomplete.
McGowan McVeigh got to him that time.
Hey, and what that did too is stop the clock.
Yep, we get the ball back now.
They only ran off about 38 seconds off of that clock.
Come on. Let's get it up, get it up, get it up. Come on, Parr. Let's get a good return. Come on, Dakota.
Huss, the quarterback, back to punt. Kicks away. It's a short one.
That's a bad one. All right, we'll take that. It's good field position again.
So Metamora takes over. 2:19 in the third. 17-7. Ball is at the 33-yard line.
Get them up. That's it.
Okay, I think we kind of started to get a little bit of momentum here.
That onside kick.
Great job by the Metamora defense on that one.
Ball on the 33.
Hoover off the right side.
Pickup of about, that's a pickup of about 4 yards on that play.
We got to get Dakota loose here. They're going to be getting tired. They need to be getting tired, I think.
Sam Ryan off, Dakota Durr on.
Get back in pistol.
The give is to Durr.
Nice run. Nice run.
Nice lead block in there by the Metamora offensive line and sprung Dakota Durr up to about the 45-yard line with 1:38 here to go, left to go here in the third quarter.
Sam Ryan came out of the game. He's checking something with his knee. He's kind of dragging his leg a little bit.
Calling holding. They'll call holding.
Yep.
Holding penalty against Metamora.
So that'll move it back to about the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
It's a cramp. Sam's got a cramp in his leg.
Well, I got a question for you now, Zim. Do they come back now with that double handoff?
They may. McVeigh's in, so. But we're not in setup. We're not in this. We're not in the formation to run it. 117.
1st and 20. Durr breaks one tackle on the backfield. Picks up about 5.
Yeah, Sam's got a cramp in his calf, so. Not much time left here in the 3rd quarter here.
I'll tell you what, they're just an eyelash though away from breaking a big one here. They're starting to hit that hole a lot quicker than they were the first 2.5 quarters of this game.
Dang, when we start getting momentum, now we got 2 penalties in a row.
Guard was getting ready to pull there, just got a little bit of a lean going before the ball was snapped.
I think we're taking too long to snap the ball.
A little bit of a change between the cadence and the 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of looking like.
Second and 21. Hoover keeps. He's tripped up. Looked like he had some
The
green
last
in
play of
front of
that
him.
quarter.
No, they're going to call a timeout. They got an injured player.
Yeah, but they'll still run the clock out, probably. Because right when unless we can be ready to go. I think that's number 64. Third down and 21, that's a pretty tough call. Well, I don't think anybody thought it was going to be like this.
No. Dave, do you sense, though, that Metamora's got a little bit of momentum here? And
Well, I did till we had 2 penalties in a row. that just we shot ourselves in the foot twice, and it was holding on the one. It was definitely a legit call, and we moved. And yeah, we did have the momentum there. Now we're kind of shifting it back. Now this will be a big play. We're definitely not in 4-down territory like when you're 3rd and 23.
Put your hands together for number 64, Dakota Daniels.
He's had a good game.
he's been a big part of their
Yeah.
defense, hasn't he?
Once again, a special congratulations to the class of 1961 and 1991. Thank you for coming to the game on your class reunion. Also, once again,
Well, I wonder if they'll even want to run a play, or if we'll run the snap. We can.
and boys golf team for their conference championships.
Okay, so number 74 come in for 64. He's a pretty good sized kid too.
So 3rd and long. Hoover brings him back on. Got Dakota Durr at wing. Chucking Novotnik in the backfield. Chance Turbush split out wide to the right.
Okay, Hoover, snap it, snap it.
Got Dakota Durr underneath.
Yeah, but that's not the
He's
first
run out
time.
of bounds on the far side. It's going to bring up a 4th and about 12.
That was one of the plays we needed in the first half. Get Dakota out in the flat like that. That's 9 yards. But on 3rd and 23, that's pretty tough.
That's the end of the third. When we come back to start the fourth, Metamora punt team will be on.
We haven't ran the double handoff yet.
Well, I think part of that has to do with, well, John and I were talking about this, that they are so aggressive at coming in and shooting those gaps that probably just messed that whole thing up. Why don't we take this time now for a commercial break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Back to Pekin, where Metamora heads into the fourth quarter trailing 17-7, and they'll be facing a 4th and about 13. Undoubtedly, they'll be punting.
We'll be punting with the wind to their back now.
It'll be 4th down and 13 for Metamora. Back to punt, number 22, Dakota Dirk. Back deep for the Dragons, number 1, Brady Kafal.
High punt. Oh. They're not going to have a flag on that.
Number 1, Brady Kafal on the punt return.
Wow. How is that not a penalty?
On the stop, number 33, Austin McVeigh.
We can't afford to get him hurt. Our other defensive ends in street clothes.
So Kafad on the return brings it out across the 25. It's going to be Pekin ball at the 28-yard line.
28-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for your Pekin Dragons.
We need to get a 3 and out.
Yep, we need it big time. We're down 2 scores. We don't have time to have them have a long drive here. That was a good cutback.
Number 8, Kate Leitner.
That was big gain.
On the stop, number 62, Ryan McGowan.
Leitner on the carry. He had a big one early in the game, and he's been pretty quiet since then. They still spread the ball around. Second and 3. Ball's out to the 35. Huss keeps himself.
Number 15, Caleb Huss.
We got to light
He
him
looks to
up.
have the first down there.
First down pretty easy.
Gain of 3 yards.
Wow.
On the play, ball on the 38-yard
Somebody's
line.
got to step up and make a play. Fourth quarter. Somebody make a play here, guys. 10:44 and counting.
Huss again up the middle.
Pretty good job by the defense on that play.
Blake Mason, Tyler Deathridge, Zach Melendi, all the linebackers in on the stop there.
Gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd be taking my time on getting the plays in. Looks like that's what he's doing. Somebody on the defense is going to have to make a play. We need a strip because they're just going to run the clock. They're not. I don't look for them to pass any.
Pajoli with
There's a
the
holding.
run off
Holding
the
penalty
left
right
side.
Finally called. That was a huge hold
They'll
there.
bring this one back.
That was a big holding there.
That's going to mark. That's going to end up being about a 12-yard penalty because it's a spot foul. So.
And another key there, it stops the clock.
Holding penalty against the Dragons. Steps off 10 yards.
9:56.
Second down and 19.
Jet motion. Bad snap.
Huss rolling right.
That stops the clock.
Intended for Pajoli. Incomplete.
Brings up third down.
You know, that's kind of what, you know, that's playing right into our hands. I'm a little surprised they just didn't, you know, roll their quarterback out and run the football. I mean, him throwing the ball, even if he had nobody open there, run the football, keep the clock going.
He's a good athlete. Yeah, he can turn it over himself. Keep that clock running.
And we'll take that. That stops the clock. Come on, defense.
3rd and 19. The give is to Kafad off the right side. He's picking his way. The ball's on the ground.
We got it,
We got it.
football.
That's exactly what we needed. That's exactly what we needed right there.
It's going to be Metamora ball at about the 35-yard line.
I believe that was Andrew Christensen with a recovery.
Number 70 is getting up awful slow.
Well, we said we needed a turnover.
Yep.
We needed a break.
Andrew Christensen.
That was a key moment right there. Now it's time to convert.
9:19 to go in the ball game. Metamora trails 17-7, but we've got the ball on the Pekin 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Come on, Lon. Come on, Lon.
Ball on the Dragons' 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Jake Smith is. Okay. Last time we were in this formation, it was ugly.
Metamora.
They got to know when they got to rotate in. And he was confused from the get-go.
We only have 10 guys out there.
Yeah.
We only have 10 Zimmerman.
Yeah.
So Metamora timeout. First timeout used in the half.
Which could be crucial.
Yeah.
But if we can score early here, you guys, kick off to them, we've got the momentum.
Yeah.
Once again, on October 13th, starting at 5 o'clock, the girls volleyball team will be hosting a volley for the cure night.
Dave, were you able to see who caused that fumble?
An opportunity to show your support against breast cancer. All proceeds for the event.
Number 47, Sam Ryan, has that cramp worked out. He's back into the lineup.
Private auction.
Dave,
He'll
were
be
you
a tight end on the right side there.
Dave, were you able to find out who it was that caused that fumble?
Yeah, it was Andrew Christensen.
He recovered it, but who caused it?
Oh, I couldn't tell. It was a big pile up.
Dakota Durr in the seam, spins out. He's got the ball down to about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal.
Wow. 9:11 to go. A big quick strike to Dakota Durr down to the 6-yard line where Metamora will have it 1st and goal. Big play by the Metamora junior. What a throw by Ross Hoover.
Huh?
Nice shot.
Yeah. We were close at touchdown there.
Novotnik in the backfield. Hoover follows him into the line. He's across the 5.
Down to the 4-yard line, it looks like.
Second and goal at the 4. 8:40 on the clock.
Dakota Durr back in. Charlie. Chad Roth and Jake out wide.
The give is to Durr.
Oh, I thought he was going to score.
No gain.
Oh, there was. Come on, guys.
Just under 8 minutes to go. Metamora knocking on the door at the 5-yard line.
Hoover and Novotnik in the backfield. Hoover keeps.
Oh.
He'll be down to about the 3. 4th down.
Oh, boy. This is big.
Well, they send on the field goal unit.
So Preston Van Meegum on to try to get us within a score here.
Could this be a fake?
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it.
Christensen snapping. Salmon holds. It's good.
Back
That
in
brings
it.
us to 17-10. 7:07 remaining in the game.
Well, this is shaping up to be a 2009 Pontiac game all over again.
So if we don't have Chase Alford running all over the place.
Yeah. So 7:07, fourth quarter. We're going to see what we're made of here tonight, guys.
We've got time.
Got plenty of time now. We got to get 3 and out.
Once again, Michaela Turner out of the concession stand on the home side. They have your first. Kicking off for the Redbirds, number 33, Austin McVee. Back deep for the Dragons, number 1, Brady.
McVeigh to kick off. Kick goes to Pajoli down at about the 3. He's got room again. He brings it out across the 30.
On a 30-yard kickoff return.
That was pretty good coverage, though, guys.
Yep, that's better than kicking it out of bounds even.
Right.
They're going to spot the ball about the 32.
Okay, 3 yards in. 3 yards less, but that's 3 yards less that we don't have to stop them on. Motion again.
Pajoli in motion. Huss keeps up the middle.
Wow. They blasted us back that time. Why are they getting away with the moving?
Pick up of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Pekin.
Now Pekin being a little more deliberate in that play calling. Let that clock run down.
Bobble snap. Big tackle, big tackle. Andrew Christensen. And Brandon White.
Shotgun snap was on the ground there.
Big play, big play.
Just under 6 minutes to go.
3rd and 5. Low snap again. He's got Kafad open.
First down. I'll tell you what, that is, I can't believe we haven't picked that off. I mean, he's just looking straight ahead, right for the wide receiver. He's in the slot.
That's first down. Chains reset at the 45.
It's hurting us a little bit tonight not having Chase. Chase had a whale of a game so far this season, actually, but last week was really good. That's a whole new set of downs to eat the clock up.
Yep. The clock didn't even stop when they reset the chains. It continued to run throughout.
Yep, we're at Pekin. That's going to happen. And you know darn well they're not going to stop the clock. Looked like he was out of bounds. Man,
short gain off the right side for Pekin brings up a 2nd and 8. We're under 5 minutes to go. Pekin will continue to run the clock down as much as possible between each snap. Huss up the middle.
Oh!
Big stop
oh,
there.
Oh, ball!
Ball's on the ground.
Ball! Metamora ball! Got to give that to us.
Yeah!
Metamora ball.
Metamora ball!
45-yard line. 1st and 10. 4:10 on the clock.
Wow.
Okay, Scott got a little wind in the sails. And the senior quarterback, Ross Hoover, leads the offense back on. Novotnik and Durr in the backfield. Chance Turbush split out wide to the right. Double handoff, Dakota Durr off the left side, spins out. Gain of about 8.
That's pretty close to 9-yard gain there. Down inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah.
3:50 to go here in the ball game. Metamora on the Pekin 36-yard line.
Novotnik and Durr remain in the game. Austin McVeigh checks in at wing. The give is to Durr.
First down.
That's a first down.
31-yard line.
Metamora lines up on the ball.
3:30 and count.
Durr again, right side. Still spinning. Gain of about 5.
Well, do you keep giving it to the horse?
Yes.
Yep. Come on, Red. 3:07.
No need to overthink it now.
Well, they took him out.
Whoa. Gain of 1, but 2nd down and 4.
Hoover to Ben Friday.
And he dives to get out of bounds. And he gets
Big
out of
play.
bounds.
Out of
Big
bounds,
play.
stops the clock, 2:42 remaining. First down at about the 15-yard line. And Dakota Durr will check back in. Nice heads-up play by the senior.
I thought he got out of bounds.
They blew the play dead out of bounds, and the clock is now running again.
Why is the clock again?
There should be 2:42 on the clock. Dakota Durr is loose. He's going to get in the end zone.
Touchdown! Touchdown, Dakota! Yeah! Yeah!
Now, do we go for 2 or 1?
That baby, let's go, baby. Come on, man, come on.
What an effort by the junior running back, Dakota Durr.
On the Metamora sideline, when the ball was being snapped, the coaching staff was trying to get a hold of the side judge to try to figure out why the clock was running. At the same time, the play goes off and Dakota Durr takes it in.
Do you go for 2? Do you go for 2? Zim, do you go for 2 or do you go for the tie?
Talking about it.
Well, I think you got to go for you go for the win on the road, though.
At Pontiac last year, went for the 2.
Zim, does this remind you of Pontiac?
Sure does.
You go for 2.
It looks like Princeton's not in, so. Are we going? We're going for 2. Holy cow, what play we got here? Wow, wow.
Check your personnel. Well, you got the horses in. Novotnik and Durr in the backfield.
We're going to do
Chad
it.
Ross,
We're going to
your
do it.
blocking wing back. Dakota Durr off the right side. He's still churning.
They stopped us. Oh. Wow.
Well, here's the thing, though. We still got 2:20 to go in the ball game, down 1.
Number 5, Jake Treffler.
Oh, man. This will be the.
Now,
We're
Dave,
going to try the onside kick here.
do you onside kick? Do you? Well, we've got 2 timeouts.
If you let Pekin go on offense, they can chew up 220.
Oh, yeah, easy. He got onside kick it. What?
Pekin calls a timeout. Still time?
Still
Well,
time.
That was a tough run, I'll tell you.
Got 8 for the Dragons, number 1, Brady Kabad.
Kickoff team shifts over. McVay to kick.
Oh, right to him.
It's fielded cleanly by Pekin at the 50. 2:17 on the clock.
Well, we got to play good defense and hold them.
Be interesting if Pekin remains in that shotgun. They've had some troubles with that low snap.
Be grabbing that ball big time. Trying to make something happen like we have the last 2 plays.
Now they're going under center.
Ball on the 49-yard line, 1st and 10, Dragons.
Huss keeps up the middle.
Number 15.
Timeout, timeout.
Taking it up the middle.
Oh, come on!
Making the stop, number 45, Andrew Christopher.
That's going to be huge, that 10 seconds they ran off
Timeout.
when Friday got out of bounds. They picked up 3 on that down.
Be a little surprised here, Scott, if Pekin continues to just dive up the middle. They don't try to get one of those fast receivers involved with a little jet motion and string it out,
Yeah.
and they can run clock side to side.
Oh, yeah. This will be the last. Oh, we got 2.
That's our last
That
timeout.
was our last one.
Second down and 7 for the Dragons.
Huss back under center. He's wrapped up in the backfield. 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Clock will continue to run. We're under 2 minutes.
Play will be 3rd down.
Well, we will get the ball back if we can hold them.
Watch for a pass here. You just never know.
Pajoli both lined up to Pekin's left side. It's their 2 fastest receivers. They'll run right with Huss. He'll be stopped short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and about 4. We're at 112, 111.
Move down to the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 4 for the Dragons.
So Pekin's going to let the clock run all the way down here.
Come on.
Timeout Pekin with 34.7 left.
That 10 seconds they ran off could be big. Well, we kind of did what we did week 1 with our offense. They were out of sync.
Well, we kind of came alive here in the last quarter and a half a little bit.
Well, that's exactly what we did against Bloomington, you know. I mean, we couldn't do anything in the first half, and then the second half, we, had.
Would have been nice to get 7 when we got the field goal.
So Pekin's punt team on. Husfield's a low snap.
Oh! Well, that'll be it. Running into the punter. He ran, though. See that? If they take off running, isn't the punter live?
No.
That ball was on the ground. That long. This is the shock of the century to me. I think everybody is going to be completely stunned when they hear this final.
Penalty puts the ball on the 30-yard line. It'll be first down, Pekin.
All they gotta do is take a knee and it's over.
Well, I'm just a little bit surprised, aren't you, John?
Stunned.
I'm stunned, and
We'd like to thank all the Metamora fans for making the trip down.
Wow. That's crazy.
And remember, buckle up. It's the law. And the final score, your Pekin Dragons, 17.
well, we'll be back in just a few minutes where Metamora falls 17-16 to the Pekin Dragons. We'll be back with the end of the game stats and hopefully a chat with head coach Pat Ryan.
And welcome back. Here we are with your end of the game stats, starting with Pekin. Huss had 26 carries for 108 yards. Tate Leitner had 5 carries for 13 yards and 1 touchdown. Landon Lewis had 1 carry for no yards. Anthony Pajoli had 1 carry for 1 yard. Brady Kafoud had 1 carry for 4 yards. And Stephen Rice had 1 carry for 1 yard. They had 35 carries for 127 yards and 1 touchdown, with an average of 3.6 yards per carry. On passing, Huss was 7 for 16 for 137 yards and 1 touchdown. On receiving, Kafoud had 5 receptions for 73 yards and 1 touchdown. Pajoli had 1 reception for 49 yards. And Henderson had 1 reception for 15 yards. They had a total of 264 yards of offense. They had 5 rushing first downs, 6 passing and 1 penalty for 12 first downs, and a second halftime possession of 11 minutes and 22 seconds. For Metamora, Ross Hoover had 10 carries for 26 yards and 1 touchdown. Dakota Durr had 11 carries for 53 yards and 1 touchdown. Charlie Novotnik had 13 carries for 79 yards. Brian Burke had 5 carries for 15 yards. And Adam Parr had 2 carries for 6 yards. They had 41 carries for 179 yards and 2 touchdowns, with an average of 4.4 yards per carry. On passing, Hoover was 4 for 5 for 59 yards. And Burke was 2 for 5 with 1 interception and 25 yards at a total of 6 completions on 10 attempts with 1 interception for 84 yards. On receiving, Friday had 2 receptions for 23 yards. Roth had 1 reception for 11 yards. Durr had 2 receptions for 36 yards, and Ryan had 1 reception for 14 yards. Metamora had 263 yards of offense. They had 9 rushing first downs and 5 passing for 14 first downs, and a second half time of possession of 12 minutes and 38 seconds. Your final score, Pekin 17, Metamora 16.
Welcome back to Pekin. We're here with head coach Pat Ryan. Coach, a nice comeback in the third quarter. You got some breaks there in the fourth quarter. Of course, you made those breaks, but a nice effort. Just came up a little bit short there when you went for 2.
Well, yeah. I mean, hindsight, maybe we should have gone for a tie, but we put the ball in the guy. We had a hot hand. We thought we'd get it in. Obviously, we thought we'd get it in, or we would have kicked it.
Yeah.
But disappointing part was we didn't get it in, but our kids kept battling. I mean, the nice thing was, I felt last time we got down, maybe we didn't execute well. We executed pretty good down the stretch. We just didn't win a ball game. And we thought we were going to get another shot at it at the end and a couple tough breaks. But give Pekin credit. They did a nice job up front, and their quarterback played extremely well.
Yeah, I thought their quarterback played well. I thought that their size up front was pretty apparent. They were tough to move around, weren't they?
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the learning process. And I thought we did wear them down. I mean, their size wasn't as much of a factor in the second half. And we threw the ball well. Our play actions were good. Maybe we just didn't throw enough of them, But at the end of the day, we had a chance to win the ball game. And you know what? We just didn't get it done. But I'm happy with our kids. We had a chance to win this ball game. And I think a lot of people thought we were going to. But hats off for them making the big stop.
It still leaves you, a chance to win the conference with one loss. You go 7-2 and win out. You'll still have I believe you would win a share of the conference title and probably win it outright if you're able to get a win over Washington. But next week you have Morton, big game next week.
Well, we don't have time to feel sorry for ourselves. But either way, we have to go back. We knew this was going to be the meat of the season, and But again, one thing I'll say about our kids, there was no backbiting. Everybody stayed on it, and like I said, we had a chance to win. We just didn't get it done.
Well, good luck next week, and thanks again for spending some time here tonight, and we'll see you next week. So that'll wrap it up from Pekin, where Metamora falls 17-16. We'll see you next week at home against the Morton Potters.